I'm not a wind-up toy. You're my favorite deputy. I'm a string pull toy. You gotta pull me. Oh yes, we've got a whole new chapter to go through. Whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. You are a toy!
Not all of the nobles made it out alive. Kupka and his men had their fun with more than a few.
None of the Empress's favourites, though. They all got away safe and sound.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Ah, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's do what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
What's with that scarf?
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Damn that ponytail.
And since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria, all the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
When I get my hands on her.
Whereas I could just pay for alcohol like Gil and try to save up. What is the kind of fee to go across the river? Is it 5 gil?
Shouldn't you be getting some rest? From what I heard, you earned it.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
We got a plucky blonde engineer who filled in the archetype.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Basically, I need a smith, a merchant, and someone who can work wood. And let's face it, my student allowance ain't gonna stretch that far. So do us a favour, will ya?
Sid's gonna chop off Kupka's head this time.
Yeah, he won't like that.
How are you this morning, Xeno? You happy about the news for Isolation 2?
You were born in Russellif, weren't you? Must be hard, hearing what became of the place.
No, the capital's as strange to me as I am to her. It was a lifetime ago I last set foot in the city.
You're hyped as hell for the new Isolation.
How's it coming along?
Nearly there. Just need to get these last boards nailed on.
So, who is the developer of Isolation? What have they been doing the past 10 years? Don't know what other games they've been bringing out. I don't remember what they're called.
Are you lost, Mr. Seagull? Or should I call you Mr. Lake Gull? Are you lost, Mr. Seagull? Or should I call you Mr. Lake Gull?
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Ineffable devices. Gonna make some good omens, are we?
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Creative Assembly and Feral Interactive. It has two developers, or is one of those the publisher?
Back, are ya? Summer Storm, that one. So, what'll it be?
Oh boy, a new sword for 5 extra damage. I'm almost able to craft stuff as good as the rares have been.
No scratches, alright? And?
That is a weird looking sword. It's got a weird twist to the tip. It looks like it has a bolt in it or something. It's kind of thick, but it looks like a dairy designed weapon.
It's alright. Sid has nothing to fear from Kupka. We'll deal with him.
I hope you're right.
I don't think this game has a 3D model view or anything. No, not here at least. always forget how to go to photo mode. Before it be in system. Ah, here we go. Use of this because for some reason Clive is always blurry. Yeah, it's a weird sword.
I can't wait to see what Mid's going to build us this time.
Great assembly of the developers, at least from Google says. I've heard their name before. I don't know if they've worked on anything else I know of though.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
I think one of Karen's eyes is extremely blue.
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Irrepressible? What?
Quite the opposite. Like father, like daughter. Going purse weighing you down?
Yeah, I was connecting my mouse so it could charge.
Come again.
Dick Karen's eye. Yeah, you can't really get close at all to anyone. Is there any zoom? I mean, this is kind of a zoom. Yeah, looks like she has a glass eye, I guess. It looks fully coloured in.
Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Also, probably a good place to grind out for some money and what. Bit fast playing.
White as a sheet when they brought her back.
It's yeah.
Right to think what happened in Rosalith.
So like David Bowie with 2 different colour dyes. Did David Bowie have heterochromia? I don't think I ever paid much attention to his eye colour. It's often not as pronounced in real life as it is in media.
Do with a good oiling, this could.
Gonna oil a bell. David Bell?
Should be enough to keep... How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch 'em, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other feller? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Actually, wasn't pretty good.
Bernard's as good a carpenter as you'll find, by all accounts. I reckon my old master would have preferred his work to mine. But we branded can't be beaten on price, can we?
Did you get paid, Bergman? I'll even ask him. I don't know if you ever paid too much attention to it, Zeno. It's mostly more, well, would have pronounced in BRB screen before I changed it over to the JQ one where the eyes are closed. But my avatar has heterochromia.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the decking this time.
Shirley's got her work cut out keeping them in line.
I heard. Mid's building a workshop down in the stores, is she? Suppose space is the one thing we do have down there. If she wants to take it over, it's no skin off my nose.
New quests?
Live. Here you go.
No.
Think you can
Even though it's a new chapter.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Come again. I may have more for you.
Just the one extra. Hey. Good jump in reward. 7 reaches of Rosaria of a pool of opalescent ooze. That's going to be for the races then. So, south areas of Old Hill. Good. Here's the Old Hill docks. So I'm guessing sludge-wise probably just down over here somewhere. Not sure if it's saying this track of land is old or not. Was possibly there. Just depends on what it means by south. I could crack up this way. Also, I think it's both you and Stewie that's tried to use the spineless emote, but I never see it. Most likely a case that's just not in my BTTV. If you can get the link for it, I can just add it for you. On over here, Mr. Bug. Oh, hey, he's got he shoots magic now. Don't have the option to tell him to do so. Oh yeah, sure. You'll find post links here, Lumi. Guess that's what he's using. On my ability. Alright, that should be in. Also, let's have a look see at David Bowie's eyes. Ah, so he does. I wonder if Karen was based off of his eye colour then. Because he has that blue other eye. Square Enix is a fan of David Bowie. Who was the developer? Creative Assembly. Let's just double check what they... The name sounds familiar. I don't know if it's just gonna be Alien Isolation. Games developed. They've actually done games since '89. Probably why I remember them. Total War. That might be why it comes up a lot, because they've done a hell of a lot of Total War games. Alien Isolation, Total War, Halo Wars 2, Total War, Total War, Total War, Total War, Total War, Total War. Yeah, it's probably why I've heard about them so often, because they are the Total War developer. Alien Isolation. The developer is just listed as Creative Assembly, so they have been busy. Who isn't a fan of David Bowie? There's probably quite a few. Let's see how this is going. Ah, not that far. So we can harm chocobos. I mean, I've been fighting them so often here. I would count 7. But you gotta fight them to get them. Let's see about this block. There we go. Okay, so it can break, annoyingly. Played to rephrase. I found that's where you intentionally harm chocobos. In 7, accidentally striking a chocobo usually causes it to flee. Yeah, but you can still harm it. I think in either 11 or 14, or possibly both, you can fight them. Because they have chocobo spells that the blue mage can learn. So I think you would have to fight the chocobos to learn their blue magic. There's no sludge here, but there's a gravestone. Sadly, this isn't enshrouded, so I can't just dig up what's buried with them. You haven't played either? I would suggest it.
Ready, go?
11's very archaic, but at least you can have a full party of NPCs similar to KOTOR and the like. And 14 just is terribly written.
All right. Be safe.
Let's try and get them with this.
It's over.
I apparently missed this fella. I'm gonna guess the red area for that attack is where you want to do it? Does it say it in the ability? In that one, filled to max. Releasing it when it's in the red zone maximizes force. Alright. I'm 1 point off of upgrading that.
Faster.
I seem to remember there being a hunt in 13 to fight a chocobo. I've blocked a lot of 13 out of my memory, so that could be false. Alright, so it counts this area as Old Hill. Don't know if it goes any further down there. We'll have a cheeky gander. I spy a chest. just hit into the air a bit. This is going to be resources.
Ready, go?
Don't you also fight wild chocobos in 5 or 6? Of what? I know in one of the early Final Fantasies they had you fight horses. And then they never brought horses back again besides Sleipnir or equines or whatever they called them. I mean, equine is the species name or whatever. Scientific grouping of them. Is this village being repopulated, or is it still barren? Barren? Ah, it's a chest I missed. With a blue belt. I'm glad I came back here. So, is it going to be better than what I got? Wait, what was it? What was it called? I immediately forgot what the thing I just picked up was called. But it looked like a belt, but it doesn't seem like it's any better if it's not top. Unless it was just another Demon Tamer's sash. Now I have 2 of those. Well, there's people here. Oh, these are just cursed. Oh no, they're the guardians.
They killed everyone. Took everything.
Not everything. You still have your life. And it's up to you to decide what you do with it.
Become a soldier.
The victims of the Viceroy's culling have been buried, but they will not be forgotten. We Guardians won't let this happen again.
So I guess we're going all the way down here. Also be on the docks, so we could try there.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
None of the guards here anymore. Or people either.
You deserve a rest.
Woo!
Come on. Run like the
Is that whistle meant to try and imitate their quack noise?
All right. Thanks, girl.
Go on, group up. Buddies. Starting a party and you're all invited. Oh, that did a whole lot to them, jeez. What if they're just weak to earth? It's not the dock, so maybe it's just at the gate. Either that or it's going to be in that city, but it'd be weird if so. It's going to be weird if it's here too. If everyone's still over here, it'd be weird if there was a hunt here.
Rosalith burns, and yet the Vicereign would rather her guards keep us from salvation than quell the flames. We are nothing to the Empire. Nothing but a nuisance.
I was born in Rosalith. Lived in spitting distance of the castle. I even saw the Archduke once.
I'm so hungry.
Half the guards at that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their
changed.
souls for the Open the ground! They're gonna kill us! All of us!
I guess we'll check this
When the blight came to our
walled off
village,
area.
we had no choice but to flee. But it seems the nobles.
Doubt was going to be in there.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I can't even use my sword, so pretty sure it's not in here.
Much of Rosalith was lost to Kupka and his men, but the better part of it remains, thanks to you, Lord Rosfield. Your father would be proud, as are we all. May the blessing of the Firebird go with you, always.
What survivors Brother Wade found in Rosalith were brought here. Their numbers were far, far too few. But that there were any at all is thanks to you, Lord Rosfield.
no clue what they mean by, So an old hill, this is going to be near Shallop Rock, but the Tome of Knowledge shall let us know. To the place I went to. It's the same as the previous hunt where I went there, I just didn't go straight into the wall. Because it is here, apparently.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
How dare you survive?
It's over.
Curious as to if I'm going to hit any of those item limits of quadruple 9s. On the money, money, money. Yeah, I wouldn't have really called this south, but whatever. Because this is where Old Hill starts, to be honest. A flan!
Take us unawares, did you?
It's got a lot of elements to it. Can't do a whole lot of dodging with this guy. Yeah, the timing for that is really
That's better.
strict. planet trying to kill this thing.
Too slow.
Ow. It's a unique use of Fundaga.
Nice try.
I thought it was going to break there. This certainly earns its A ranking. It's also a chest there I missed. Fist to the face. How much a fist will do against two ooze. Damn, that experience. Pretty much an entire level, because I leveled up not too long ago.
Well, it's dead now. Whatever it was.
Feels like that fella may have been intended for later. Let's go see if I can make that thing now. I think I was missing one other item.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be?
Here it's Scarlight. Scarletite. Gonna guess from another boss. Gonna make it even worse for when I'm gonna get it. Always returning back to Martha's Rest. This wants to become a second hub.
Stay sharp. We don't know when those bastards will be back.
I hear you ran to Rosalith's aid when the Republicans attacked. I'd have been running in the opposite direction, as fast as my poor legs would carry me.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Surprised since this was made by the guy who was directs 14 that he didn't add in food buffs or anything to this. It's making us go past this again, so maybe this is going to be active. And there's a whole new world! This is a very interconnected map. Definitely feels like they put it here so you can make it feel like it's a big scale. But from the dim to Port Isolde, it's such a massive area on this map. Like from there to there. I mean, running on foot, what is that? 10 minutes? 10, 20 minutes? At a push, it's going to be half an hour. I don't feel like it's half an hour for how running up there down to there. I think it's closer to the 10-minute mark. But if that's just a 10-minute mark gap, this is a tiny island. I suppose if it's Japanese made, they are conscious of their own island size. Just makes you wonder how large the rest of the world is, or is this the world? Because if this is just the world and the rest is endless ocean, this is a teeny planet. It could also just be that they've made some scaling issues on their map. And as always, gameplay not matching up with lore.
Naught but wild beasts this end. All their twisted talons and gruesome maws used to turn my stomach. That was before I heard about the Black Shields.
Come on. Time to fight. Straight home now. Fight on!
And they all fall down? So it does look like it pushes them back and then hits them again, so you gotta also hope that they travel well with that.
Good girl.
Speaking of, can I upgrade that? Because it's probably going to be my next one, because it seems like it is a much wider area than Thunderbolt. What does the mastering do? Range. So I'm wondering if that makes it wider or just further away. But number of hits is usually for more damage. Extends precise execution window. I suppose that just means I can execute it sooner. But if it doesn't upgrade the damage, kind of don't. So we've already done so. We've already upgraded it. Master it to do any icon thing. Probably why it's already so big. I don't see too much point in mastering any of these things, to be honest. Some saving points for a while.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh, apparently we got this fella as well. Places are a lot easier to, or quicker to kill now. The reward is still probably not worth it. It's what, 200 gil if they give me the drop? I got 2 of them, so that's like 400. Seems like the damage peters off at some point.
Come on. Run like the wind. Straight home now.
Actually gave her up almost 4 recruits here. Oh, beautiful. It said 12. Only got 1 of those because they were just outside of that area. So is this gonna glow? No. It showed me that so early in the game and still nothing to do with it. Hello there.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
There's always something.
I'd be much obliged if you could rid the old place of nasties. And so would my ma and pa, I'm sure.
Let me guess, they've jumped up 10, 20 levels. Yep.
This shouldn't take long.
Come on, gather up. Roll up, roll up. A new challenger. I tried to evade, but apparently not.
Too slow.
This guy's very aggressive with his attacks.
Nice try.
All of the abilities. Not a whole lot in the way of ability points, though.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
There's still a bit of Cresta to explore, so let's try and get this quickly. Look, he's paying his respects to his grave. Not sure it's going to be much of a pain to travel to the place.
I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long, but I got some news for you. I'm to be wed.
Hey, Bernard's got a missus. Who be? Any secrets for old Clive? Indeed, ping, Xena. Put my phone to silent now. Oh boy, stuff I have hundreds of. Oh, no doubt it's going to be a hunt at the back of here. It's a massive area for it not to be. You're expecting a boss fight here? I mean, a hunt is pretty much going to be a boss fight. Secrets? No. Everything there. Now, when she's being an engineer, is she actually going to give us new stuff to work with, or is it just going to be a story segment?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the decking this time.
Shirley's got her work cut out keeping them in line.
Nothing new quest-wise.
I heard Mid's building a workshop down in the stores, is she? Suppose space is the one thing we do have down there. If she wants to take it over, it's no skin off my nose.
Visiting hours are over, your lordship.
Think I'll listen to you?
I'll be alright, Clive. I just need some rest.
That's not how the petrification works, I don't think.
Blackthorn may be the manliest of men, but he does lack a certain tenderness. Goots, meanwhile, is as burly as a behemoth, but as innocent as a babe in arms.
Can't decide who she wants to romanticize.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Alright, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant! Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
It's always nice hearing some familiar accents in games. Wind up! Not using that one. So 3 seconds is terrible.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
I think all those cooldowns are 10%.
Did Bernard say how long it was going to be? I mean, it's fine, but I hope he comes soon.
A new optional quest. There's also another one in here. Let's get Jill talking to, and then see if anything else pops up, or if she's going to join us. But really, she should be joining us. But then Clive should also not be overusing his abilities so much.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
Gav? Shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Don't keep Gav waiting. He seemed excited.
I was not too excited.
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Talia's remedies. But she insists I rest.
I mean, if they're painkillers, of course you're going to feel better.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
So you have a 50% chance of surviving the skin being taken off? That seems very high mortality rate. Is it just due to infection?
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms. If we could get ammonia to grow here in the hideaway, we wouldn't have to risk our lives to gather it.
Been doing Mid's bidding, have you? Yeah, she's wrote me in and all. Made me promise to sweep the old blooming cellar for her.
What a shame.
What's everyone whispering about?
Haven't you heard? Mid's back. Things are about to get interesting around here.
Are we gonna get guns?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Been a while since I've been to the Dragon's Eyrie. Well, that's really close by to the teleport. Lovely. This is for the flowers, though.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Wild raptors and wasps.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
That remind me of violets.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
That was easy. Oh, the Dragon's Eyrie isn't even in this section.
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach now they're all
I wonder how many extra levels I have over what they expect me to have, since I'm just killing things with those skills.
Be safe.
Hello there.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those bastards' heads off.
Stay still, you damned fool. Unless you want to bleed to death.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
It's like all of the wyverns were replaced. Wyverns might have just been... I don't know, were they wyverns or were they, Iggies from, Garuda? Wow. You can see where they were.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Okay, so dodging doesn't give you iframes at all, you just actually have to move out of the way.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety. The life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Have they never thought to willingly release a branded to find where the hideaway is? They just put a spy in very easily.
My team needs proper medical attention, but we'll get our new companion settled first.
Why risk your lives to free the likes of us? What could you possibly gain?
It's just same kind of response we got from Live to Sid. Ooh, new place. They opened the door. Broke the door. Or this is going to be the new path we were going to take. I'm just taking it early. So Heaven Hall is just this big building. Either it is going to be story or a hunt location. First time I've heard that trumpet in this music. In another hunt boss arena. No chest as far as I can see, so it probably is.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Yeah, in 2 seconds feels like a terrible decrease, but I'm pretty sure that is just another 10% off. I would never waste an accessory slot on that kind of thing.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more, I see that. But
that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
Before I go hand in the rest of these, I'll be right back. I've returned.
Been doing Mid's bidding, have you? Yeah, she's loaned me in and all.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are.
What is a Episcorian? Episcorian? Don't even know how you would pronounce that. Related to dancing. So it's a traveling dancer. All right, don't know why they decided to use such a word for it.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
No, it was rather easy, barely an inconvenience.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Taya took my brand.
I remember. It wasn't long after we came here. What little medicine Taya managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who are no longer with us. Those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do, if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might cost him his life.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
I knew there'd be pain. That I might not survive. And I was afraid. But I also knew that if I didn't overcome that fear, that pain, then I would never be able to call myself Sid.
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Must have been very awkward to operate on his face whilst he was screaming. I was curious as to the way he explained it. Is it actually poisonous ink that they used? Or something else going on? I mean, it's a bit more understandable how many people don't see the brand when they see the scar, because they would just expect anyone who tried to remove the brand just dead. It's not in my list of lore, but it might be added to the book.
I'm sorry I'll let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
At least this quest had a lot more story and background.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
So it is actually got a wyvern's poison. He wasn't being metaphorical.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse and
What should we by defy the brand and suffer its wrath,
or
though?
defy the brand and suffer
Because
the
everyone here
wyvern's
is running
wrath.
away from the master, so
Either
they're all
way,
defying the brand.
It's an agonizing death.
Unless, if somebody didn't follow the rules, they would get stabbed in the cheek and die.
I'm feeling a lot better. Thanks.
I guess any punch to the face that leaves a cut or draws blood would be enough to kill them from the poison. Oh, I have a message.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from Kupka.
I wonder what they do with the brands they cut off. They just burn it, or are they gonna keep it as a souvenir? So I guess in the case if it has poison in it, you couldn't just tattoo over it in that case, since tattooing does cut the skin. I would still think you could put makeup over it.
I can't wait to see what Mid's going to build us this time.
Just cover it in foundation.
Oh, Maeve knows how to brew a bitter, all right.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Then why was he using lightning?
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
We could have told you.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Ah, too late to look at Torgal's entry.
Ain't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Should be easy tracking down a man with no hands.
Everything we need to begin work in earnest.
And work in earnest we shall.
Got a cauldron. Gonna be a atelier.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise. Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
You unlock any chests down here? I mean, there's rubble. Oh, I guess this is where our drive core is gonna go when we get it moving. Either that, it's gonna be a massive furnace. Right, nothing there to start.
I wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering. I wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Let's go and ask her.
Dungeoneering? She can make a dungeon core. We can have our own dungeons. Fight monsters. Oh, here we go. It's now added. who's her mother? I mean, if she's a descendant of Sid, does that mean she's going to inherit Rama?
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of the dungeon. Don't want to get roped into her experiments.
Blackthorn may be the manliest of
Same.
men, but he does lack a certain tenderness.
If I go to, here, does it say he has lightning attack? It says elementally charged orbs. Maybe he was using lightning because I was channeling Rama at the time? It's a shockwave. Yeah, I don't have much idea of what they're trying to do with this Fenrir. They're saying that the law is ice, but he was definitely using things other than ice in the fight. Hey Jill, news.
I'm feeling a lot better.
Okay, we're not going to tell her. Maybe she'll learn about it later.
Finally got Mid out of your hair, have you? Enjoy the quiet. Doubt it'll last long.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Are we just going to stand here, are we?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
But why not?
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
Why are all their eyes glowing?
Will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Yeah, for some reason Dion and all the older gentlemen there had like glowing silver eyes. I don't know if Olivier's controlling them mindfully or what.
Fetch your uncle then, eh?
It seemed like Dion was fighting back against the orders, so I don't know if that's true.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. It's just one thing after another around here, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea. Well, fuck me.
Why can't I jump over there?
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
What's a talent?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herja, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, A party traveling light would have tightened back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
The way he said "my boy" reminded me of the Guildmaster from Fable. But also, we didn't really need to give her that information. There was only one path to head to Drake's Fang, and it's through the desert. It seems kind of pointless that we needed him to tell us about the boats, because the boats were inconsequential.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
I wonder how Mid feels about us being called Sid now. Yeah, I'm curious as to what a talent means. The talent was a unit of measurement used in the ancient world, often used for weighing gold and silver. So, how much is a talent? The gold talent is reported as weighing roughly the same as a person. So, 110 pounds. So, that is, that's quite a bit of weight. If that, how do you say 2,000 talents? That's what? 2 million pounds? 2.2 million? That's, how are they in those crates? They must be very sturdy crates. Be able to carry 2.2 million pounds worth of stuff. So I suppose the gold must be very dense or something. Jeez, it's a bit on the rich side.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil, Suncaller, the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Letting you hear about the talents.
cuisine of the desert here, on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her hab.
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My uncle isn't easily refused, especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And, luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents? I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live here?
Well, now that we've got a few gil to rub together, do you think it'd be alright if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend it all at once, all right?
I've never seen a crate full of gil before, let alone two. Your uncle certainly knows how to make an entrance.
They're certainly talking as if it's a lot of money. Don't know the worth of gold in this universe.
May the winds of fortune be forever at your back, Sid.
Don't say that. The last thing you need when you're crossing the desert is for the wind to pick up.
It's fine. A sandstorm never hurt anybody.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Wasn't a whole lot of side quests for the beginning of this chapter. It was 2 and 1 hunt. Yeah, we fought here. They can't exactly go too much north because I guess they could go through the Deadlands. We've gone through a bit of Deadlands before. But if they'd gone through here, they would have been seen. So really, this is the only path they could have taken if they were going here. The whole thing of waiting for the uncle for information was kind of pointless. He just told us a place he wasn't going, which was kind of obvious he wouldn't go anyway. Unless there's something off west, but don't think there is.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
I thought we would have split paths by now. Dorkle probably hates this place. He's got an axe. Big desert. Would be a Final Fantasy game without a big desert. Oh wow. That's a lot of fucking areas. It's probably going to be the same where Martha's arrest is located then.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
That'll be fine. Because I'm going to go straight off track and go explore. Probably gonna have us explore some of this area for quests and whatnot anyway, but I can't wait. A wild knack. Oh, the other one's on the other side of the town, apparently. A desert rose, that used to be a special item, now it's just a material. Probably is going to be a chest in this village somewhere, I'm just not seeing it. Very hard to see for brown on yellow. Oh. There is one. That's a very fancy one. But it's worse! Since it's blue, pretty sure I can't upgrade it, so I don't know why they would bother giving me it.
Ready, go? Faster! I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive. Let us turn back before we lose our way.
Don't lose your way.
You deserve a rest. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
New goblins. Apparently that fella didn't get hit at all. I guess terrain blocked it. note here, though.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Run like the wind, bullseye. A very slow wind. A breeze.
Straight home now.
That certainly helps to bring up the multiplier.
Too slow. Nice try.
Terrible reward as usual. There's another on the left, like left. Wasn't even guarding a chest, just the chronolith.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Easy does it. Yes.
It's a bit awkward to do the, oh, what is it? It's not a slide. Yeah, I'm gonna expect this up there. It might be another tower kind of situation for enemies to spawn out of.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
It's nice that Talons are leaving prints in the sand.
Be safe.
I missed two of them.
Have you lost your way already, my boy?
No.
The ruins mark the road to the inn.
We're exploring, Uncle. I'll make use of him while I have him. Oh, have I just found a hunt? Apparently so. Basticolan. Better run away and equip my Gil item.
Well, Clive, it looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword.
How dare. No cannon for you. Oh, he took a while. Not as dangerous that the ooze was. Hey, I can make the racer there.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Seemed like it was guarding any sort of chest. I guess it's just that thing there was trying to push me towards. That's probably going to put me down that way after I go to this place, so I guess we will go to the quest area. Seems like it is damage based on distance too.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager. Not that they looked very friendly.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move?
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
Ah, we're just moving through it. It's the same way that Joshua was going. He was going to a city and they camped out with those kind of ruins. I don't remember it being a desert though.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Not sure how much those hoods are gonna do.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
A cheese board? Yep, Joshua is here.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
It's been hungry.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Is she gonna recognize us? You tell Joshua we're here? Well, if he's not gonna... Oh, I can't use that. Here we go. He'll hear this. Well, sorry for your it's destroyed. That is a lovely combo. Make sure they're dead so they can't tell anyone we're coming.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance.
Fighting's over.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Those are massive windows.
Clive?
Just too late. He left the carrots. He still doesn't like them.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Just gonna keep the hoods down now. And now the dog's here.
Where are you?
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Some lovely water.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Once you go flat. Once I go flat, what?
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the Twins and beyond.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
16 goes fine for now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight with the guard, I heard. Got cracked skulls for their trouble.
Yep, the guard certainly
Why
did.
is the tavern shut?
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
Ever.
I told them. God, those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
I mean, technically, they did start it.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
Oh, chest of troubles. Just for money.
I need a drink.
Genuine cactuar needles. It's one prick, like a little sparrow will sing. What?
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Ooh, what's all that then? That's salt?
$1,000 for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's
Bye,
all the
kebab.
fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
But one part of it is hard.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Look, Father, hot water. But where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
He'll have to crush them with his legs.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
Oh, so they're mining crystals, not mining whatever this is.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
She could be the owner of the bathhouse.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of gazelle.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Never know, there could be a genius.
That boy at the Briar's Kiss is a real talent. People flock from miles around to buy his steel. And it isn't cheap either.
Is he going to be the dwarf from Dragon Age 2? Enchantment!
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
I mean, they're not going to be carrying too much, because this is a very shallow river. It's like, what, a foot deep? It's hard to see this angle. Foot to 2 foot, maybe steeper river there. Still curious as to what this is. Is it meant to be salt? Marble?
For Gilbert's sake.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with arrest and incarceration.
What are you buying?
Are you looking
Selling?
for something in particular?
Hey, at least they stopped selling Gaia swords.
Thank you for your custom.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Furder. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Ask for Furder at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, you'll know where to find her.
Is it meant to be white sand? So I think that's where a natural sauna is. You can see steam or whatever coming off of it.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
A lot of goblin coins around here.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
I thought only Sid knew about desert hare. How does he know about it? Explore everywhere. This is also go to another place I've not explored for.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Well, you've chosen death. Or if you're good guys, you'll survive. Woof, woof, woof. I agree, Torgal. What, apparently let them live?
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with a blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina, She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
I guess a lot more people know of her than
To the Lock of
explained.
Leisure.
They've already, yeah.
You have passed the test, Sid. Off you go now. Rosina Dalimil awaits.
What you lot got to say about this? Nothing? Nothing.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky.
Light meat and dark. Fresh. Oh, yes, they're quite sought after.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalimil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Their clientele.
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalimil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
And we never saw him again.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Great sword. Only 1,000 gils, cheap.
He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature. So do be discreet in your inquiries,
I'll be buying any sortering then. Waited long enough, let's go upgrade the craft for the bracer. I was expecting a few more things to flow out, but it seems like we're doing main quest stuff right now.
Who's this blue blood? One of Sid's associates?
Family, more likely. I heard tell he's highborn.
Be careful crossing the Velcroy. It's dead easy to get lost in the desert. I should know.
What do you need? A Sanfordine, do you?
It's taking so long, it's only going to give me 3 elf, but 10 defense is a good jump, I suppose.
Should last you a good while.
Wait, I'm wearing something comparable to the... I found a Drake Slayer's belt, did I? I don't remember crafting this. Oh no, I did get the Electrum from the robot. Okay. So I've made both the Drake Slayer stuff. At least the belt is a lot better than the other things on offer. Yep, still can't upgrade them, so I guess it's just the green stuff to upgrade, which kind of falls to the wayside very quickly.
Anything else?
Unless there's an achievement to upgrade everything else too, I don't see the point. New hunts? Or is this going to tell me the one I just did? Let's see if there's a lore segment for that village, if it can tell me what that stuff is.
Tome says he's looking for books about Torgal. I know. Let's write one.
My knowledge is yours. Look around you.
Could you stop? Could you stop that? I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get through.
Thank you for the 41 month for resub, Sniper.
Still, why?
Sniper's a good job, mate.
From the moment of her very first steps. And so, as to why she has stayed away, did you know but once they had until it was taken away. I don't believe you've
Doing
read this
fine.
particular chapter before.
Though I'm feeling a bit sick now. Stewie is passing on what he's got to me.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
We're not in Costnice, we're in Dalamil, but there's no entry for Dalamil. Yeah, that's... is it in the Valkyrie Desert? No. To say what it's meant to be then.
The door to the shelves.
With Britain arriving now, though, it's about time to close off of this for the day. Gotta go make some lunch when we come back. Most likely gonna go into some Remnant 2. So I shall be right